everybody, to God, Guns, and Dogs. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Today, I want to speak plainly about a betrayal that we can no longer ignore. A person rose to our nation's highest office bearing papers that were not true, an invented birth certificate that rewrote identity, a life shaped by concealment rather than accountability.
And I'll explain that. It is new and it's profound, and it's quite disturbing. So let me play the video for you now, and then we'll move on.
You are looking at two long-form birth certificates just 16 days apart. The birth certificate on the left belongs to Barack Obama. The birth certificate on the right belongs to Johanna Ani. After 5 years of intense investigation, which included consultation with one of America's most respected European media forensic experts, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has reached a conclusion utilizing forensic techniques both old and new. It is the opinion of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office that the birth certificate on your right belonging to Johanna Ani was in fact used as a source document in the digital creation of Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate. 9 points of forgery in which words, letters, and hand-placed date stamps have been digitally copied from the Ani long-form birth certificate and pasted onto Obama's long-form birth certificate. We'll look at the first 5 points of forgery together, since they were brought over from the Ani document in one group. Now let's drop out the Ani document as a background and view that again. Now let's look at the date stamps in box 20 and 22. In this case, the stamps were brought over one at a time. But as we do this experiment, ask yourself, what are the odds that two stamps in two separate boxes, stamped by hand 16 days apart, would have the exact same angle in box 20 and the exact same angle in box 22? First, we'll look at the left stamp. Now the right stamp. It should be pointed out that these stamps were looked at by two separate document examiners who specialize in two separate forensic disciplines and who reside on two different continents. Both agreed that these angles are identical on both the Obama document and the Ani document. Let's watch that again without all of the background clutter. It should be noted that Susan and Gretchen Nordijk were born 5 minutes from each other and have consecutive serial numbers. Therefore, their date stamps ostensibly would have been put on back to back. But as you can see, looking at the leftmost date stamps underlined in red and looking at the rightmost date stamps underlined in blue, there is no similarity in terms of the angle of the date stamps. How ironic that Barack Obama's birth certificate and Johanna Ani's birth certificate, which were stamped 16 days apart, are identical in angle according to two separate disciplines within the world of forensic document examination, and yet the Nordite twins, born 5 minutes from each other, stamped back to back, don't show any similarity in angles. We've made a number of references to angles so far. The reason for that is if you're going to take an item off of one document and place it onto another, the angle is going to remain the same unless you intentionally alter it after you place it on the second document. Watch. When you have two separate documents with two hand-placed date stamps at the same angles, it should be obvious that a forgery has taken place. For the next example, we'll need to zoom in a little bit. Now we are going to focus on boxes 6D and 6E within the Obama PDF. Both X's were taken directly from box 6D in the Ani long-form birth certificate. In fact, not only was the X pulled over, but the box itself was pulled over, and various parts of the line on top of the X were also pulled over, according to forensic document experts. Next, we'll drop the ID document out of the picture, except for the items that were used to create the Obama birth certificate.
Independent media and free inquiry were weakened or suppressed. Under the guise of moral renewal and social justice, the state centralized the economy, creating a system that fused compulsory piety with communist-style control. Personal freedoms were curtailed and dissent made dangerous. The cost has been devastating and long-term. Trust, the lifeblood of a free society, has been eroded. Neighbors now doubt neighbors. Civil institutions that once guaranteed accountability were dismantled or corrupted.
I'm so excited. And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does the
Women, minorities, entrepreneurship was stifled, public life narrowed to fear, conformity, and rationed loyalty.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way,
Yeah.
you need that person
Yeah.
in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's
Yeah.
gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
We are incompatible with that ideology. Christian religion is a religion. The Muslim faith is an ideology that worships a pedophile, and I refuse to have that around me.
Cheney light. I want a fundamental change.
We need to get these people out of here. That's one thing. The second thing is we need to vet candidates thoroughly.
Oh boy. So it definitely wasn't Barack's first time. That much I'm absolutely certain of. And I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
So you performed oral sex on Barack
I did.
Obama. You did.
We must demand verified records, transparency histories, and independent background checks. We have to protect the institutions. We have to strengthen judicial independence, media. We've got to get them in check. We need to get the broadcasting license taken away and hire new people on these networks. We must insist on consequences that falsifying credentials, hiding conflicts of interest, or lying about where you come from or who you really are, that must carry clear and legal and civil penalties. We cannot let these people just walk away. I cannot believe this. That, like the Somalians, they've stolen billions of dollars, but yet they still have the money. Why is Ilhan Omar still in office with 30 million in the bank? Bank account should have been frozen until she could prove how she got that money legally. And she did not become a citizen when her father became a citizen. I don't even think he did. There's no records of it. She's not a U.S. citizen. She has absolutely no business in Congress. Oh my goodness, this is a tragedy. We have to do something and get this person out, or voting in congressmen or senators that were not born in America. They don't know our ways, they don't know our values, and we can't have somebody in office that's representing another country. We have to stop being ignorant. We are Americans. They have dumbed down our school system so bad and not taught us a lot that we need to know, and it's really freaking sad, and it makes me so angry. I wish we could separate ourselves from these horrible, awful, disgusting people, but unfortunately, we have to have them in our midst. But guess what? The news is all it is. It's a narrative. You got to stop letting that rule. They're all thinking about this stupid whatever she is getting shot. She should have listened to, hey, that's what I say. Listen to the cops. Get out of the car when they say get out of the car. Pull over when they say pull over. You cannot just sit there and run away when the police tell you to do something. That is not the way the law works. If you're going to do something stupid, you're going to get killed. Duh. I mean, that's common sense, stupid. I mean, don't you guys understand to have respect for the police? You cannot just do whatever you want and think you're going to get away with it. I can't even understand why these people have not been arrested already and they're still able to stand in front of these vehicles. Those cops should get out, take them, put them in handcuffs, and take them to jail. Give them a case. Give them a case. Bankrupt their ass. They're not going to be out there fighting. This is all paid anyway. George Soros, Neville Singham from China. Well, he's an American that lives in China. They're paying for all these protests. These are not organic at all. The Capitol, that was organic. There are 375, I heard, to set us up, or set you guys up. I'm sorry that happened. But if I would have been there, I would have walked around and took pictures too. I wouldn't have known any different. So yeah, they weaponized the government. It's really bad, and we have to fix this. Like and subscribe this channel. It really helps if I could get some more viewers. I just started, so. But it'll get better. I just want to share with you things that, as an American citizen, we have to do together collectively. We do have to do some things. Independence and entrepreneurship is how we want to live our life and have our economy. But voting is collective, so we must vet these candidates. And there's a lot of rhinos that have to be replaced come the midterms. We have to get a super majority, and I'm going to say it every time. Super majority, super majority. We need to flip 20 seats in both. We can do it. I have confidence in us. We can do it, especially when we don't want what would happen if we didn't do it. It'll be nothing but chaos, impeachment, and hell like it's been. But these people need to go to jail, and I want more perp walks. The fraud is unbelievable. So we have to do better at vetting our candidates, and we have a lot of rhinos to get out of office. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Remember, no matter what life throws at you, you still have potential. God bless you, and God bless America.